What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Dead Funny Review Show. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today are Kelsey and Bree. The only insult that I have to throw at these two lovely individuals is that I would completely wipe the floor with them and Gwent ease.
And Gwen,
And Gwent. I don't know what Gwent is, but if it's a card game,
when you
show it to
screw
me.
up the
I'll master
insult
it.
that you try to get across.
Yeah, but see, what you don't understand is editing power. So, all this just gone. So, anyways, as I was saying, we are here to talk about The Witcher. So we're gonna cover a couple of topics here. We're gonna cover the game series as a whole, to an extent. We are gonna cover the Netflix series coming out, and then Lomas Kelsey has a very, very special subject she wants to talk about that is related to CG Project Red, which is the gaming company that created The Witcher. So moving on, behind us, I have behind Kelsey, old Siri, which is your old's daughter.
A badass,
As an adult,
hot-looking bitch.
behind Bree, we have Yennefer, your old's love interest, and behind me, we have a hand of Gwent cards. That is not a joke. Yes, we did. So
Perfect.
to start off, we'll go ahead and get into that for people who didn't hear that, and this is the perfect place to tell the story. So I got The Witcher 3 given to me as a Christmas present by Mr. Young Evan, who is on the channel but not on this particular show. And he got upset because every time he checked to see how well I was doing in the game, he kept finding out that I had not even gotten into the first mission. And the reason why is because in the first mission, you're looking for a gargoyle or something like that. I don't know. I didn't play Griffin. There we go. I didn't play the game that much. So you look for Griffin, all right, and you have to ask these people in this pub to get information about said Griffin that I never saw. Anyways, unless he was a card. If he was on a card and he was one of the monsters you got to use as a card, bro, Griffin for the win. Anyways, so you ask all these people in the pub, they've seen a Griffin, seen suspicious activity, and I think you're also looking for Yennefer as well. So you're asking about some chick with black hair. Anyways, regardless, not important. No, the story of the game is not important. All right, it's not even close to important because if you guys didn't play Gwent, you're missing the fuck out. That's all I'm saying. Go back, play The Witcher, play some Gwent. Anyways, over in the corner tavern, is this heavier set gentleman who is sitting there with the deck cards in his hands, and he's just sitting there shuffling them. And I sit down. I was like, "Yo, Assad."
Yo,
Yep. I was like, "Yo,
what up, homie?
Assad. You seen a Griffin around here, or a chick with black hair, or anything else that I was looking at this time in the plot?" And he's all like, "I haven't seen none of that, but would you like to learn how to play Gwent?" And I was like, "Fuck it, roll the dice, let's go." And that's what he did, and that's what we did. And I played Gwent, and I was like, "This game is amazing."
I can't believe you played that for forever. Like
So,
Gwent.
just so the fans know,
Ridiculous.
I have not done any mission in The Witcher at all. And I'm talking about the third installment. Because to be fair, I didn't even play the first or the second one. But in the third installment, I did not play any mission whatsoever. I spent my entire time on one, the game, and two, Google to find all the locations of all the people that played Gwent in the game so I could go and beat everybody in the game that played Gwent and where to get all the cards from. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself. Well, Chris, in order to get the best cards and to beat the best guy that plays Gwent in the game, you have to get into the main city. But you can't do that without getting a pass
No,
to get in the
Chris to
city.
be the only person is the best person in the game because no one else spent that much time playing Gwent in the game.
Oh, for sure. I am the best Gwent player. There's no ifs, ands, buts about that. I don't even think I've lost the. They actually came out with a Gwent standalone game. I don't know if you two know that or not, but there
Oh
actually
my
is a Gwent
gosh.
standalone game
I do.
that I signed up to be part of the beta for and got accepted to be part of the beta for, probably because I was the only person that signed up for it. I was probably just playing against the developers. Who fucking knows? If so, guys, you suck at your own game because I beat the fuck out of all of you. Anyways, I own the actual Gwent game itself, which was a free game, which is pretty cool. Once again, microtransactions. Last review show. So, I own the game. I don't think I've lost a game yet. I honestly don't think I've lost a single game. But, anyways, not the point.
Doesn't that make it a bad game?
No,
If
because
it
it just
doesn't
makes me good.
challenge you and have the ability to make you lose, like
Absolutely not. I'm
doesn't
top
that make it
fucking
a bad
dog.
game?
God no. They come up to me. It's the reason why I hate Floyd Mayweather, right? Because he's got an O at the end of his title. I just want someone to knock him the fuck out. It's like whenever I play a video game, whether it's Smite or whatever. Smite's perfect example because I was playing a game of Smite last night and we had this Neja that was just destroying our fucking team because someone was feeding. I'm not gonna name any names here, but because someone was feeding. I kid you not, the entire time,
I
all I
don't feed.
wanted to do was to stop the Neja from getting a godlike. I was like, if that Neja loses or wins this game, if their team wins and that Neja died once because I did everything in my power to make sure that Neja died once, I'll be happy. I'll take the L. That's fine. There are other people that are going to see me on Gwent and be like, this dude's like 20 and oh, he hasn't lost a Gwent game yet. I got to beat this guy. I got to beat this guy. They can't because I'm too good, but they're like, I got to beat this guy. I got to beat him. So, like I
I
said,
really doubt there's anyone out there going, "Oh my God, he hasn't lost a single game. Get
well,
him!"
I understand.
Gwent,
I understand what your problem is. We in the Gwent Society, the Gwents, as we like to call ourselves,
the
are
Gwentonian.
the Gwents. In a natural status of the order of things, the Gwents are a little bit higher than you, and that also includes like IQ. So you don't quite understand what I'm saying at you, and that's fine. I understand that. That's fine. It's okay. You just sit over there with your smite and your Overwatch, you're a little casual. I mean, trying to figure out, oh, how does the square fit in the circle hole? I don't get it. While we're over here playing Gwent, it's fine. We're good. We're good. It's okay. No problem. No problem. Go ahead,
Just to
Kelsey.
check, are you saying this directly at Bree? Because if so, I think you're gonna lose your face in a few minutes. It's just gonna
I'm
come
saying this to
off.
everybody. I'm saying this to everybody.
Okay.
That
Got it.
everybody's
I don't
included.
know. It seemed directed at me. Smite and
Personal.
Overwatch.
Well, the Smite and
Yeah.
Overwatch was definitely directed at you. And also trying to understand how to fit a square in a circle too. That was also directed at you. I'm just throwing it out there. But
This is how you die.
but
I
to
know where you
finish
live, mister.
to finish the story of what I was saying is that to get in the big city, you have to get a pass, and in order to get the pass, you gotta get like halfway through the game to get this pass because basically there's like some fucking sickness or some shit. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was just trying to get cards, but
Gwent.
something going on where you got to get a pass in order to get this guard to let you buy this fat fucker who wouldn't let me buy. So what I did, what any true Gwent would do, is I jumped
Gwentonian.
off the bridge, swam across the fucking pond or lake or whatever the fuck you want to call it, lake, got up and literally just tried to jump on the wall, the fence, to climb over, and I literally did an entire circle because it was in a circle on an island. I did it around the entire circle until I finally found a spot in the game where I was able to get high enough to glitch over the wall, and then I was in the city. Never went and got my pass. Never went and got my pass. Couldn't access any quests. Not that I tried because I didn't care. But I found the tavern. I found the guy. And I whipped his monkey ass in some Gwent. Took his cards. All me. And then I never touched the game again because I beat everybody in Gwent. I had all the cards. I was like, all right, well, Witcher 3, 10 out of 10 would play again. Great game. Fantastic. So good. So good. I had so much fun playing that game.
Too. And I mean, when I played the game, I was at a friend's house and we had traveled halfway across the United States, and they had the game in their room, and I was playing it like in the off time where we weren't hanging out with them, and I got addicted to that game. Like it was hard for me to want to like hang out with my friends that I'd never seen. I was just like, I just want to play this game. I was like, this is their fault. They said I could play The Witcher, and now this game's really good, and I didn't even get to finish it. I was upset.
Oh.
Stupid friends wanting to spend time with me.
So yeah, so that's about the extent of our Gwent the game knowledge for sure. Anything you need to know about Gwent, you let me know. All right, you just let me know. I got you in the comments.
Not a single thing.
If you want to talk about
No
the
one
first
cares.
half of the game,
Yep,
you go to
nope.
Bree. She's got you.
Hit him up in the comments and tell him how much you don't care about Gwent.
Everybody cares about Gwent.
Please.
Yeah, everybody
No
cares
one
about
gives a
Gwent.
shit about
He
Gwent.
needs to learn. Yeah, he needs to learn.
Bunch of haters. You guys are some haters, man. That's why you're sitting over there probably like 0 and 10 and shit. Never won a Gwent game. And you're like, I gotta bring Chris down a peg.
And I'm probably 0-0 since I haven't played a Gwent game.
So
Yep.
as I was looking up pictures to put behind us, and I was looking at my picture, I found out that they are making an actual physical version of Gwent. That's happening. So, just throwing it out there. Gonna
No.
buy
Never
it.
seen Chris again.
Gonna buy it. I remember
We're
being a kid.
sorry. We had to end Dead Funny because Chris went off and played Gwent and never came back.
I remember being a kid and going to fucking Toys R Us for the Pokemon tournaments when I was a little kid. They would have Pokemon tournaments at our Toys R Us. My mom and dad would take us up there and we play Pokemon, and it was always great because like the people that won were like the dudes that were like in their fucking mid 40s playing a bunch of like fucking 8-year-olds and Pokemon and taking their cards from them because we were all playing for cards and shit like that. Anyways, so it was before I found out that I was wrong in my ways of ever liking Pokemon and understood what Yu-Gi-Oh was for the first time. Yeah, that's right, Kelsey. I said it. You fucking pokey poser.
Oh, snap.
Got her.
Pokemon's way better than Yu-Gi-Oh! You do not want to get in this fight.
It's time to duel. No, it's not. Anyways, so if they had that for Gwent, which they probably would, honestly. I'm pretty sure, I'm not pretty sure, I'm 100% sure there's still fucking board games, shops and stuff that do like tabletop nights and people come and play Magic the Gathering and shit like that. So I could definitely see Gwent going to some of those too. Maybe not like a whole bunch right off the bat because it'd probably take a little time to gain some traction. Because to be fair, the game is so fun because it's so easy to pick up. It's actually really simple. Like basically, and I'll just do a quick little laydown of it. You have two sides of the field, your side and their side, and there's 3 lanes. There's melee, there's ranged, and then there's heavy artillery, and that's it. You're just trying to lay down enough firepower because there's like little fucking numbers in these circles at the top. You're trying to lay down enough firepower per lane to beat the other person's lane by the time the
Chris,
round runs out. Ease.
I literally do not care.
Oh, you're missing
I feel
out.
like you grabbed the least interesting part of The Witcher and just
No.
latched onto it
No.
like it was a life-saving device.
I agree.
You guys are the worst.
So I have to give you shit for this, my friend.
You guys are the worst.
The worst. You picked one small portion, like she said, of the game, and just is drilling a hole into it and being like, "Look at this! Look at this! Look at this!" Like, Jesus.
I mean,
Is this a review show on Gwent or a review
It
show
should
on
be.
The Witcher?
it should be.
So,
There are currently
feel like
over
I shut down
200,000 players playing Gwent on just the PC alone. That's pretty good.
There's 200. Do you have 200,000 accounts, Chris?
I probably
Wow.
do.
yeah, that's pretty
You're
talented.
the whole reason this was greenlit. We're blaming you.
I mean, I signed up for the beta, that's for sure. As soon as I heard word, someone told me about it too. I can't remember who it was. I didn't even find out about it by myself. But they're like, "Oh man, do you know that Gwent game other than The Witcher?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Yeah, they're fucking making a beta for a standalone version." I was like, "Where?" Like instantly. I need
Nerd.
to fucking know. But anyways, as far as the game series goes, I don't know too much about it. Obviously, a lot of us don't know too much about it, so we're not gonna go too heavy into that. I will say, I mean, it's pretty high up there in ratings. It's a good game for a reason. I'm pretty sure the game is fine and it's fantastic. And if I would have had like any want or need to play the game after I got through with my Gwent quest, that was the issue. I went so far and played so many hours just doing Gwent that by the time it was like, oh, well, now you have like the other 98% of the game to play, I was like, but do I? Do I really? So I think, obviously I burnt myself
Yes.
out.
Yes, you do. You have the rest of the game to play. The
I mean,
graphics in the game are really beautiful and amazing. I mean, I guess I keep saying that. I've been pretty impressed with a lot of games recently, but it did have good graphics and the style and the art. The way it started was a little weird with the naked lady, but,
That was Yennefer, by the way.
yeah, I know. I know it was the person behind me. I just forgot her name.
The naked lady.
We call her the naked lady.
Sure, why not? See, I don't even understand. Oh, I must have to go somewhere else, obviously. Fucking Gwent's not going to be on Steam. Anyways, that's what I need to do. I need to make sure that Gwent is still free, and then we'll do a
I
fucking
thought we
game
got
night.
past
That's what we need to
Gwent.
do.
I'm
We
pretty
did
No,
sure
somewhere.
we're still talking about Gwent.
We did we did somewhat, but anyways. So on to the biggest part of this fucking review show that I'm excited to talk about is
More than Gwent?
eh,
Sorry, Kelsey, I shouldn't have brought it up.
Gwen's a little bit higher, but anyways, is the fact that Kelsey's favorite actor is coming to Netflix to star in the Witcher series.
No.
I
She was
mean,
so excited, and she was like, yeah,
She
yeah.
was. It was so great. Her eyes got so fucking
No.
big. It was fantastic. So,
No.
look, guys, it's a facade, okay? I can't tell you how many times Kelsey literally would just text me out of nowhere and be like, "Oh my God, Henry Cavill, amazing human being, number one favorite actor of all time. He's the best." She literally told me the only way Justice League could have been better is if Henry Cavill played all the superheroes: Wonder Woman, Cyborg,
Complete bullshit.
Flash, Batman. She's like, if every
No.
single one of them was Henry Cavill, I would have enjoyed that movie. 10 out of 10, top movie of all time. Ease.
God, I think that'd be my nightmare. Is if Henry Cavill played everything, that would be my
She-
nightmare. Nope, nope. We'll just throw him and Conan O'Brien both in there. If we had both of them, that would be my nightmare. I'd be surrounded by people that are in the uncanny valley, and I would just obliterate in fear. It'd be horrible.
Just saying. Kelsey's dream movie.
The worst.
Wonder Woman. Henry Cavill plays Wonder Woman, and all the Amazons. Every single person in the movie is Henry Cavill, including
Oh, God.
Ares. Oh God.
That could be that might be
I
my
would watch
nightmare
it.
too.
I would watch it.
Saying that, no, like
I would
what?
watch it. Absolutely, I would watch it. That would be fucking hilarious.
Chris, you're a nightmare person sometimes.
I just think stuff like that is funny. For instance, in
Final Fantasy 7, alright? You can rename your characters, you don't have to have them have their actual names. So Red 13, his real name is Nanaki. That's the only character I rename because I know what his actual name is. He tells you to call him Red 13. Well, he tells you to call him whatever you want to, but my name's Red 13 because it's a science experiment, and that's all they ever told me my name was. And then you find out later in the game his name is Nanaki. So I rename him Nanaki every single time because like I like the character, so I'm doing him justice by naming him his birth name. So when we get to his hometown, they're like, oh my god, Nanaki! And he runs up, and then Cloud's like, Nanaki? Who's Nanaki? And it's like, Nanaki says, Nanaki is me. My name is Nanaki. Nanaki. And like it's just like a shit ton of Nanakis just flying out of fucking nowhere because the game expects you to name him Red 13 because that's what his name is preset to. You get to erase it, but whatever you want to. So it's supposed to be like Red 13 says, oh, my real name is Nanaki, but mine's just like Nanaki like every 5 seconds. It's just getting thrown out there. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. So great.
so seeing Henry Cavill like that,
So
oh, that'd be great.
Okay. I was so focused on the story, I forgot what he was trying to link it to. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Henry Cavill playing every character, that'd be great.
I was like, what was he trying to
No.
link it to?
That's so good, so good.
No.
You're not excited for this series at all. Nothing. Wow.
It could
No.
be good.
Did you ever see? Because I know you like medieval stuff. Did you ever see Tudors?
I have watched a little bit of that one. I preferred the oh no, I just lost the name of it. I preferred Rain.
You
To
preferred
Tudors.
what?
I love
Rain?
Rain.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
like-
Rain came first. I could be wrong on that though.
Rain like really big as far as like the actual like teaching of the timeline, or is it just more like the show?
So
Because I feel like Tudors,
okay,
the
so-
reason why it's so long is because it actually does a lot of teaching of the timeline as well. I mean, the show's literally
I think
named
Tudors
Tudors.
probably does. I think the Tudors probably does a better teaching of the timeline. Like the characters in Rain are named the correct thing. There are the correct like these people die, these people get together, but there's a lot of like, oh, she spent the night with him and they spent the night together. That you're like is just utter bullshit. Like they are
Gotcha.
doing that to try to entertain people. Like there's no
Right.
way these people would have been sleeping with each other, but there's some of that stuff with the characters that don't necessarily are not historical characters that's
Gotcha.
just done for entertainment value.
Fair enough. Anyways, well,
Right.
for me, personally, that's where Henry Cavill started, was Tudors. And I thought he was amazing. He was one of my favorite characters in that show. I actually really liked his character a lot. And so then all of a sudden it was like, Henry Cavill is fucking Superman. And I was like, and I was so excited because like Henry Cavill is the best. He's the coolest. And then now he's going to be fucking Geralt in the Witcher series on Netflix. I'm so hyped about it.
I don't see it.
Are you looking? They actually have released him in his full Geralt look. So there are pictures and videos out there of him as Geralt. So you can look at like a side by side of him as Geralt and then the actual character Geralt. Now once again, this is gonna start from the beginning, so I don't think like he has like all the fucking facial scars and shit Geralt has at this point. I think obviously
They're
that
not
comes
making
later.
his hair white though.
Yeah, his hair was white.
Okay, I have a question.
Go ahead, Hit me.
Who does Henry Cavill play
He plays
in
Geralt.
Tudors?
Oh, the king's best friend. Fuck, what's his name? I can't think of his fucking name right now.
Charles Brandon?
Yes, you're
Okay.
correct.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I can see it now.
Yes, Charles Brandon, first Duke of Suffolk. Boom.
They
boom.
did his eyes too.
I think he looks great. I honestly think he looks great. I'm excited to see him as Geralt, for sure. I'm actually excited to watch the series. Like, honestly, so this is where stuff like this could actually be big for me, because this could actually make me go back and play the game, like the actual game. And it's actually kind of weird, but that's kind of like how I work a little bit. So
This
for
shouldn't
instance,
make you go back and play it. It's a good game. You should just go back
I'm
and
not saying
play
it's not a
it.
good game. I never once downed The Witcher. I've said from the beginning that it's obviously a very popular series for a reason. But
You down
sometimes
it with your
sometimes
inability to play it.
no. So sometimes I mean I own the game, so they got their money. I mean that's what matters in order for them to make another Witcher. So anyways, the main point is though. So for instance, I know you watch some anime, Kelsey, and Brie, I know you've seen this anime. Did you ever watch Death Note? No. Okay. So Death Note is arguably in the anime like chat rooms and shit one of the best animes out there, just because of the simplicity of it and how far they were able to take it, and that it started turning into a lot more shit than you thought it was going to turn into. And it was like every fucking episode is like a whole fuck. He fucked himself. How's he getting out of the situation? It's like, oh shit, dude, he fucking outdid them. Damn, how are they going to catch him now? Bam, oh shit, he fucked himself again. Like, it was just constant back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think the anime went a little bit longer than it had to, but whatever. I mean, there's tons of filler in every fucking anime you fucking watch. It's just part of the fucking anime. So that being said, I never got around to watching it. The Netflix live action movie came out with Willem Dafoe, and I watched it, and I was like, this is so fucking good. It's so good. And it could just because it's Netflix, but it's like, this is so good. I mean, holy fuck, I gotta watch Death Note. And then I watched Death Note from start to finish. Fucking anime is trash. Or the fucking movie was trash. The live action thing on Netflix was fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. It literally is nowhere near as good as the fucking anime. It is fucking terrible. And you go and look at it on anime boards, and everybody's like, this is the worst piece of trash ever fucking made. It is terrible. And I was like, so stuff like that could very much interest me and want to actually go play the fucking series itself, which I think would be fun. But all in all, I'm going to watch it for sure. Kelsey?
I probably will. I'll at least give it a chance.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
I will watch it for
Do you
sure.
think it will be enough to redeem Henry Cavill for you and make him that higher level of actor?
If he doesn't look like a fake person, and if he's not in the uncanny valley, then sure. At this point, the only things I've ever seen him in, he was perfect. He looked like he was made of plastic.
Yeah, but that was Superman. He's supposed to.
Yeah. No.
He's supposed to
No,
be
not
the
necessary.
symbol of peak human perfection. That's Superman. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's true. Bree,
Yeah.
Witcher, watch it? Yay? Nay? Gonna give it a shot? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For
So
shizzle, my nizzle.
So I'm gonna guess. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna guess the biggest turn point for you guys would be if Siri is in the show as well, and she makes like a big appearance as like an actual
Oh, yeah.
character in it.
I like Siri a lot. I would want to.
I'm only saying Siri because you said you liked the way that she looked and stuff like that, Kelsey. So that's why it's kind of pertained to you as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. If there's badass female characters to me, that definitely improves the likelihood that I'm gonna watch it.
Fair enough. Roughly, knowing how Netflix TV series are, they're probably around like 50 minutes is normally what they're around. That's how the Marvel ones were, and they're probably about 10 episodes a season. So if he spends the first 2 episodes doing like a lot of character building with all the other characters and stuff like that, and then like the next 8 episodes is just him playing Gwent, sign me up, dude.
Oh,
God.
my
Got you! I was watching both your eyes. I was like, they're not even going to see this coming. They're not going to see this come back around full circle. Let's get it. Netflix, Gwent, please,
No.
please,
No.
please. I will watch it. I promise.
You know,
I promise.
sure. I'll support it. I need something to fall asleep to.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Nothing wrong with
No.
that. You could be the
I think
pro
that
Gwent
might even
player.
be too boring to fall asleep to.
Please get out of here. But
Get out of here.
on to our last segment. Something that Kelsey is extremely excited to tell us about. Something that CD Project Red is cooking up, and she's excited about it. We're excited to hear about it because it could be very awesome. So school me. Let me have it.
Yeah. All right. So, I am a major fantasy author reader. I love fantasy books, and I'm pretty sure neither of you guys do. Is that right?
I like books.
I don't read them. No.
I like the fantasy books. I can't remember the last time. I know how dumb that sounded the first time. I like books. Yeah. I like fantasy books. It's been a while since I've read one for sure. I'm more into comics, obviously. So that's where I spend my
Okay.
time.
I'm really into fantasy novels, and there are some authors that blow me away every time. There's some formula authors that I know where they're going, and it's a predictable story, and maybe okay, I'll follow them. But I prefer the authors that are going to surprise me, that are going to take me to a new place every time, that are always gonna change it up. And especially, I am a sucker for magic. Brie, I know you love magic, and I love when magic has rules and ways that it works. So, like Harry Potter magic, where anybody can do anything and nobody really knows how it like works, like why some people are better at certain spells than others and things like that. Like, that's not my favorite. I prefer magic that has rules and boundaries, and it's kind of like a new level of like physics. And so one of my favorite authors of all time, Brandon Sanderson, has made an interesting offer to CD Projekt Red. And so what happened was The Witcher is actually based off of a Polish author who wrote some books, and then The Witcher was adapted from those. And so he actually contracted with CD Projekt Red to they would give him a lump sum for the content, and then they would go and make the games. CD Projekt Red did incredibly well because they are amazing at taking books and turning them into video games that are loved by people who never read the books, never even knew there was books, and also people that knew and loved the books. They're very, very good at this. And so the guy that sold this, his last name's Sapkowski. Anyways, after a while, he said, "Hey, this was a totally unfair contract. I demand you give me $16 million." And CD Projekt Red went, excuse me? No. And so they're currently in a little bit of a battle about it. Now, why this ties around is my favorite author, or one of my two, Brandon Sanderson, heard about this and then immediately went, "Hey, hearing about this is crazy. Dear CD Projekt Red, you can have the rights to one of his all-time best series. It's called the Mistborn series. It's got amazing magic. It's got amazing, like, the magic has rules. The story doesn't go anywhere like you think it would. It's like 900 to 1,000 plus pages of just sheer amazing awesomeness of a story." And so he offered them the Mistborn rights if you want them.
Wait, offered?
Free.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah, dear
Free?
CD Projekt, you can have the Mistborn rights if you want them. And he offered
For
them
free.
for free.
Yes, for free.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at the latest post about this right now.
Yeah.
As she's explaining the
And
story.
so, yes, so he did this because of the exceptional quality with which CD Projekt Red brings to their games and how they involve the author's process and how they do the adaptation. And so I would lose my freaking mind if Mistborn became a video game. Like, that would be one where I call off sick, like I stay home and get this shit done. that would
Really?
be my Gwent.
Really? What came out today,
Maybe.
Kelsey?
It would be absolutely sensational, and I'm really excited about the idea that it could happen. The best of my knowledge, CD Projekt Red went, "Hey, that's a really great offer, but we need to kind of we'll keep it on the table." Like, I think that's the best that it came to. I don't know that
Really?
they actually started moving forward with it, but they could. And so I'm really excited that the potential exists.
If it's a
and I
popular
really
series,
hope it
why
happens.
wouldn't they?
Well, I think what the biggest issue is with that, and this is just my personal thought on it, just from reading the thing itself. I'm not saying that it's out of the realm whatsoever. I think that it's probably a very good chance it could be made. Will it be made in the next like 5 years, probably won't even start production. And the reason why
Mhm.
is because CD Projekt Red is still working on what's supposed to be the new biggest hit, which is Cyberpunk 2077. And that game's been in production
Right.
for like
It's
fucking
not coming out to
15 years.
2077, so.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, so that's where my issue with. Obviously, it's going to probably take them a little while before they pick it up. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, especially if obviously this is like a big deal as far as the writer. The book's obviously very famous
And it's free.
and it's free. Like, I mean, I don't understand why he's doing that at all. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, regardless of, I mean, yeah, he's gonna miss out on so much fucking potential. I hope CG Project
True,
Red
but
shuts
you
him
do have to
something.
remember Brandon Sanderson is a prolific author. That man writes a ton. That man is an exceptional author, and he like people will fall all over themselves, trip over themselves to get his books, read his books. He doesn't need the money. Oh, and on top of that, he actually teaches a course in creative writing, and I can't imagine a more intimidating course than learning creative writing from Brandon Sanderson. Like I would just be in awe and absolute fear that I was going to submit something that was unacceptable to him. So the man doesn't need the money, and that's probably part of what's going on. Oh, one other major prop to Brandon Sanderson, he is huge on fan engagement. He intentionally every single year releases a like the state of Sanderson, where he updates people on, hey, these are all your different favorite series. These are what I'm doing with the different ones. This is where they're going. This is how they're changing. This is what I'm doing with it. This is how far I am. This working on. This is other fun ideas that I'm floating. He one time like just sat down and was like, I'm gonna write for 24 hours straight. And he was constantly engaged on Twitter the whole time that he was writing. And he was like posting updates of like, I just killed off this character. Or I don't think he quite said something was that intense, but he was posting updates of like, I just did this interesting thing. And he's was constant in his fan engagement as well as his writing. He's an amazing sensational person, and he's absolutely unique because what he does most authors just straight up can't do, and he's great and deserves to be lauded for it.
Wow.
Fair enough. Fair
And all of a
enough.
sudden, Bree starts reading the series.
Yeah, oh please do. I have the books. I will loan them to you. Oh my god.
You probably don't want to. The last person that loaned me books, Breezy, gave me Harry Potter, and she didn't get that back for like 3 years, and I didn't even read it.
Lord.
All right, never mind. I'll implant a GPS and then
Yeah, I'll just get it. I'm more likely to read that than Harry Potter. Like, I could not get past the first book. It's just, it was not my thing. I tried. I tried multiple times. Like, I tried 2 different times where I held that book forever. She did not want to give up.
Well,
yeah.
like I said, I am a huge Henry Cavill fan. I think he's going to be a great Geralt. And as far as that's concerned, finishing my thoughts on the Netflix series, I'm excited for that. As far as the Brandon Sanderson thing, it's just until we get any news about when we're finally going to get a release date for Cyberpunk 2077, it's hard for me to get that excited about it. Like, it sounds amazing. And if it's Kelsey, you are one of the few people in this world like where like especially with you being excited as you are, I can take a recommendation based on the fact that I have zero information about this whatsoever. So just from that, I am excited for this game. It's just hard for me to get extremely excited when we still don't even have an end date on Cyberpunk yet. So once
Yeah.
Cyberpunk's done and then they're all like, all right, cool, now we're going to entertain this idea, absolutely. I am fucking down for it. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. I've never read anything by the guy, but I mean, like I said, I'm one of those people where the entire time you're talking, I'm looking up certain things you're talking about just so that way I have my own facts and information. I mean, his series are absolutely fucking famous. Very, very
Yes.
well-known actor. Very, very like loved or actor, writer. Very, very
Actor.
loved writer. Like he is. Yeah, he's definitely up there. So I mean, it all depends on if they take it. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. I don't know why they wouldn't. That's crazy to me. I mean, I say it all the time where it's like they make these superhero movies and I'm like, you have the fucking content that's been written for fucking decades in front of you. Just fucking use it. Like you already have the license, you already have the use, like you've already paid for it. Just use it. And this, I mean, he's literally giving it to them for free. I don't
There's a
understand why
big
they wouldn't do
difference
it.
between a comic and a movie, though. Comics don't like go in as much detail as a book does.
I understand that, but when I'm talking about where you completely change up scenarios just because it's like, well, we want to be different than the comic. It's like the reason you're making this is because you're trying to make something resonate with the people who read these, because that's who you're hoping your audience is going to be, because the audience has been there forever. Just like, for instance, them making the Witcher series on Netflix, they're hoping that all the people who love the game and enjoy the game will come and watch this, and all the people who read the books and enjoy the books will come and watch this. They're not just like, I hope some random person is scrolling through Netflix is like, The Witcher, I wonder what this is about. That's not who they're trying to target as an audience. Same thing with the comic book movies. They're trying to get the people who read the fucking comics to come in and watch these movies. So that's, yeah, I'm sorry, that argument doesn't stack up for me. So, like I said, I hope for sure that it gets made. I really do. I really do. Because you are really excited about it. I'm glad you're excited about it. Most of the games that I've talked to you about that are like up there on your top tier list, Mass Effect to the side, are extremely extraordinary games to me. Once again, I have nothing wrong with Mass Effect. I couldn't get into it, and that's my own fault. It is what it is. Called a defect. Not enough space Gwent. Who knows? Who knows? But at the end of all that, I hope you guys enjoyed this content, and if you did, make sure you like and you subscribe. Let us know what you think about Henry Cavill, going to be Geralt in the Witcher series. Let us know if you've read any of Brandon Sanders's books, which ones were your favorite. On top of that, is Mistborn the best choice for a video game? Also, let us know that too, because that is also an interesting question, and I guess that's something we can ask Kelsey right quick. Is there a different book you would choose, or is Mistborn at the top of that list?
So one of his other very, very, very famous series, Way of Kings, I have not read yet. I am waiting for one of my friends to finish it and then hand it over to me. So I'm saying Mistborn currently. I may change that vote eventually. But at this
Okay.
point, Mistborn is the rules of Mistborn, the rules of that magic and the way that allows you to work in the world, I think would translate beautifully to a video game.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You heard it right here from Brandon Sanderson's #1 fan. So, like I said, let us know what book you think should be a movie. Just so everybody knows, I do review comments. Don't try to be a dick and hit Kelsey with some spoilers, because I will delete them and they will not make it to the channel. So don't waste your time. Kelsey, I got your back. Anyways, moving on from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and make sure you hit us in our links below. Jump in Twitch, say hi to Bree, say hi to me, anybody else that's on. Also, hit us up on Twitter if you have any other questions. But at the end of all that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and we will see you next time.